there.
Heather?
Yes.
Did you know that you can go live with rando people?
Yes, I did know that. Hold on a sec. Did you just discover that?
I did.
Awesome. Okay, hold on. This is super annoying. It is... My headphones suddenly don't work.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not hearing you through my headphones. I'm hearing you. That's not cool. I say something?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yep. Just monologue for a minute while I run and grab a different pair of headphones.
Okay, well, I'm just sitting here in my closet, staring at all the clothes and how they are making a great sound damper. Well, no one listens to this podcast or this stream, whatever you want to call it, taking a sip of my red wine out of my coffee cup because I am a classy man. And I'm still just talking and saying words. Well, Heather does her thing, getting things set up, and I'm just gonna monologue some more about things and stuff and things. And I guess I could talk about this shirt in front of me. It's a green shirt with a kitten on it that says "Party Animal." Crap, did we just lose somebody? Oh, someone's listening and we're not even ready.
No, I'm
That's
ready.
really
I'm
shitty.
in. I'm going.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
here.
look.
Guess what?
Here we are. What?
We are here. This is the Politics Free Podcast, and we're going to play Shit Happens.
Let's do it.
Here we go. So here's for you, our one and only listener right now. Thanks for coming. We're going to explain real quick, Yummy 2004, how we're going to play this game. We got a bunch of cards here. On each card is a horrible occurrence that is rated on a misery index of 1 to 100. And we're going to flip up 3 of these cards and find out what order they're in. And then we'll flip up a 4th card and decide where that fits in. And usually we end up with some interesting stories to tell as we go along. Ryan, are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Excellent. First card. You fart loudly and repeatedly at a funeral.
Okay.
Misery index 16.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad.
Not too bad. Mauled by crazed chimp. 76.5.
Yeah,
it's up
all
there.
Right.
Phone rings at a funeral. We're back at a funeral. 19.1.
Okay, I figured that'd be worse. I figured that'd be worse than farting.
No, I think the farting's worse because you can turn your phone off after one quick ring.
Yeah, that's
farting
true.
At a funeral repeatedly and loudly, 1 phone ring. Just think about it. I think this is badly.
You're right. Okay, no. That's solid logic. I'll buy that.
Okay, well, the thing we have to fit in here is no cell phone signal. And
that depends on circumstance. So, like, what if
it really does.
I'm at the bottom of a ravine, and both my legs are broken and my pelvis has been shattered, and I can't get any signal. That's going to be up there. That's going to be 99. But like, if it's like every day, which I'm guessing this is what it is,
sure.
I'm going to say that's like maybe like a 5, 10 at the most.
I was going to give it a 10.
I was going to say I'd rather have no cell service than fart loudly and repeatedly at a funeral. That's for sure.
Ditto. I almost would rather be mauled by a crazed chimp than fart loudly and repeatedly.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey, maybe, hold on, wait. Before you give the answer, maybe our one single listener wants to chime in.
Oh, do you? I don't want to put you on the spot there, Yummy 2004. But if you would like to give your answer, feel free. We'll leave 30 seconds, and if you decide not to, we won't hold it against you. Thanks for being here, man.
Yes.
Or not man. Whatever it is you are. Okay. Well, we have to say something for 30 seconds. We can't just sit here silently. True. So
no.
I would say this. It depends how fast I get saved or get away from the crazed chimp. Whether that's worse than the farting.
Well, you're mauled, Heather. So that means you are not getting saved anytime soon. Like, you're probably alone out in the jungle by yourself. And a chimp
also, I can see the cards. And listen, it's important that you know the person being mauled here has a banana in their hand. I just have to distract the chimp with the banana and hide, like in a locked room. My car is going to be there. I'll hide in the car. I'll lock the doors. And then, hey, at the end of the day, I survived and I did not fart loudly and repeatedly at a funeral. I feel like that works out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So we are going to look at no cell phone signal. This is rated at 13.2. So we were right.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess you were closer.
We both said 10. You said 5 or 10. I said 10.
I know, but 5 was my first answer. So let's be fair. You got it. That's you.
Okay. I'm so not competitive in this game. You realize that I don't care, right? I just think we both got it right because we placed it at the lowest point. we placed it at the lowest point. Okay.
For sure.
Next round. Here we go. I feel like we already did this one before. I'm going to move that. Hold on. Repeats. Here we go. Ingrown eyelash hair, 13.1.
Okay.
Sprayed by skunk, 25.
Really?
Having been sprayed by a skunk, that's at like 80 in my book.
Have you, though?
I have not. Well, okay. I have not been sprayed directly by a skunk. Here's what happened. I was driving my car late at night. I was headed back home from I can't remember what. This was like a year and a half or two ago. At the time, I was incredibly ill. I was more congested than I've ever been in my entire life. I could not breathe through my nose. I was breathing through my mouth. I hit a skunk with my car, and the smell was so potent, it completely cleared my sinuses that I could not use at all. I was like, somebody needs to bottle this shit up and sell it as a decongestant. That is incredible. Also, my car smelled for months afterwards.
Hey, side note, isn't there something about like skunk anuses that they like use like for flavoring an actual food? I swear to God,
that might be true. And there's like little squirrel shit and stuff that they use in natural flavors and whatever.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Like they use poo.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, anyways, we could research that or we can play this fun game.
Yes. Continue the game.
Oh, God, your sibling hits on you. 54.5. That's up there. That's more than that. That's 80.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather get mauled by a chimp.
I would rather get mauled by a chimp than be in that very awkward situation. Good Lord. Let's hope nobody takes us seriously and is like, I'm going to set a crazed chimp into their homes. I'll show them. All right. Well, I mean, I think this is a pretty easy one. Parasite in brain. Where do we put that on this?
That's like 95.
Yeah, that's 95 because I feel like parasite in brain means you're going to die basically sooner than later.
I've watched Monsters Inside Me, Heather. Parasite in brain is 95 all day long.
95. I'll go 90. The answer is 85.1.
Oh, shit.
The answer is 12. It's a 2. We don't care about parasites in the brain. Well, I feel like, I guess because it slowly kills you, maybe that's why it's not 95. But anyways, we got the overall order right. That is the worst one by far.
For sure.
On that list. All right. Here we go. Crash in Andes, eat friends to survive. 94.5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to guess them before I tell you what the number is?
No, that'll just confuse me. What did you say that was? 90 what? 94.5?
94.5. Crashing in the Andes, eating your friends to survive. Do you think you could legitimately do that? Like if you were stranded in the snowy mountains and for thousands of miles around, you would eat somebody to stay alive?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I really
bet
don't.
your ass. I don't know. A chunk of your butt off and I will eat it.
Do not. That's gross. That's like hitting on me after death. That's even worse than the. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't mean like you in particular. I just meant like you in general.
Okay, fine.
But
I think it's one of those
whole
things.
Movie about it. Like the butt has like the most meat on it.
I know that movie. It's based on a true story, which is probably what this card is based on. A soccer team, I forget what country they were from, they crashed in the Andes. And they were stranded there for months or something, or weeks, months, and they kept dying. And the people that were alive kept eating the dead people. There was one woman there, because it was mostly men, because it was a soccer team, but one of the guys, I think, his wife was there. And she ended up dying because she did not want to eat a person. She just refused to. So it's like, it's one of those things where I don't ever want to be in that situation, but I would have to be in order to know how I would react. Because I think I would go for a long ass time. Like I'd have to be on the edge of death to even consider that, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Heather, like if you're on the edge of death, you're going to be too weak to eat. So you got to make that decision like way before you're even at that point.
Okay. Or never fly in a plane again. Problem solved. Okay.
As long as it's not going over the Andes, you're all right.
Okay,
Where
good
did you
point.
put that one at?
As long as it's going over the, like, let's say Pacific Ocean, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
No, you would die. No, it wouldn't. You would die. That even if you survived the plane crash. I mean, I guess your seat cushion is a flotation device.
It's true.
All right. Let's move on with this game. We're delaying.
Yes. What did you put that one at? I already forgot.
Okay, so a crash in Andes is 94.5.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Horse at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm going to put that at like 35. Oh, sweet.
They have it way up there. I wouldn't put that at 51.
And I agree with that because I get Charlie Horses all the time. And I was shooting low. I was shooting low on that.
All right. Next one. Fish hook in thumb. 20.
Yeah.
That's the opposite for me. Fish hook in thumb is closer to 50. Charlie Horse is closer to 20 for me.
You must not have. Oh, we lost our listener. You must not have had a. God damn it! I just took a loss on that, Heather.
Well, cheer up, because remember, we still get podcast episodes out of this. Also, I need to do like a mini podcast episode just to introduce stereo, and people they don't have to wait for me to get the episode up on the podcast app. They can actually come to stereo and listen to our episodes. So.
Oh, okay.
Don't, and we're not verified either, so we don't get featured. So it's like,
that's true.
Just lucky if we end up having somebody come at all.
Hey,
okay.
Heather,
yeah.
Just side note here. Do you wear glasses?
I sometimes do. Yeah, I have a pair of glasses. I lost them, so I haven't worn them in a little bit, but I just got a replacement pair. They're for driving mainly, and also for when I want to go incognito.
Heather, since when have you worn glasses?
I have we've talked about how my depth perception is not great, and how I hit curbs and nick cars. So that's what they're for. So I lost them. I have they went into the black hole that my iPod fell in. What else went in there? Several items that I've never seen again, unfortunately, have all fallen into this black hole. Okay, let's go on with this game. Here's what we've got.
Let's do it.
Crash in Andes, eat friends to survive, 94.5. Charlie Horse at 3 a.m., 51.1. Fish hook in thumb, 20.
20, yeah.
Smell like a fart for the rest of your life.
Oh. Okay, that's going to be worse than a fish hook in the thumb.
It's going to be worse than a Charlie horse.
I feel like that's going to be worse than fucking crashing in the Andes.
Yeah, that's a 95. I'm giving this a 95.
Yeah, wait. What was crashing in the Andes? 94.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that. I'm agree with you on that. 95.
Now, and here's why: because the card does say you survive. So I would rather survive a crash in the Andes than literally smell like a fart for the rest of my life. That means you're gonna have no more friends for the rest of your life. No one wants to hang out with Fart Girl, bro.
Yeah.
No friends. Your family deserts you. They don't know what to do with you. They can't get rid of the fart smell. You die Heather, a lonely hermit.
I would not desert you if you smelled like a fart for the rest of your life.
Well, we do live thousands of miles from each other. It would be easier for you.
Exactly. Yes, much easier.
Yeah. I would have to just have a bunch of long distance friendships with people over Zoom. Okay. They give this a 77.5. Well,
I want to know who the fuck rated these things on this game.
Experts, Ryan. Experts.
Fired. Well, those experts are amateurs.
Yeah, they are. All right. Let's get on to our next riveting round of Shit Happens. Actually, this is the rated G Stuff Happens version, but I gotta say, it's probably the same as the Shit Happens ones. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. Go Bald, 70.1.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's that bad.
That's not bad at all. Like, what the hell?
Of course, we both have all of our hair, so we don't have to worry that much about
it. My hairline is very, very, very slowly receding.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already come to terms with the fact that I might actually go bald. And I'm just going to be one of those guys that shaves my head bald.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big a deal. It's just hair.
Yeah, but you may not lose it all.
Sometimes.
You might just have a little receded hairline and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't notice any receding hair when I look at you. Your hair looks good.
You only see me over Zoom.
And Zoom has a special filter that makes you look like you have hair when you don't?
No, but when I look at myself on Zoom, like, my beard actually looks pretty decent, but in real life, it's not like that great. It's like kind of patchy, but like cameras just don't they don't pick up the patchiness of the beard.
Interesting. Yeah, it does look like a pretty full beard to me. At any rate, they have Go Bald ranked up at 70.1. Next up, open your mailbox and bees come out, 69.2. And I disagree. I don't think that is that high because bees, they have this guy being attacked by a swarm of bees. Wasps, maybe. But honeybees are actually not that aggressive. You would probably not even get stung if you just didn't make them feel in danger.
Unless they were starting a hive in your mailbox. You might have just moved into this place and there's a honeybee hive in your mailbox.
Okay.
And you open that shit up and they think you're trying to steal their babies and their honey. They're gonna fucking make your day they're gonna fuck up your day, Heather. They will.
Okay.
They'll do it.
Under those circumstances and because of the picture, I think that probably is the circumstance of the card. So we'll agree with the 69.2.
Okay.
All right. Exposed to Ebola. 98.3.
Oh.
You think it's a 2 on the misery index of 0 to 100? Exposed to Ebola? Oh, okay.
So exposed?
I guess, yeah.
You didn't even get it? You were just exposed and that's 90?
Now, typically this is something I would just go and Google. I guess I will. Let's Google about Ebola. Ebola virus. There was an outbreak at some point.
Yeah, I remember.
It's extremely rare, fewer than 1,000 U.S. cases per year. That's too many, my opinion. A virus that causes severe bleeding, organ failure, and can lead to death.
Whew.
So humans may spread the virus to other humans through contact with bodily fluids such as blood. How it spreads: by blood products, by animal or insect bites or stings, by touching a contaminated surface, blanket or doorknob, by saliva, kissing, or shared drinks. So if you were exposed to it, it means that it came in contact with your body, and that means you're going to have bleeding and organ failure and probably death. That's what it seems like.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Okay. So that's pretty solidly 98.3. Okay.
All right.
We have to fit in here. Develop an allergy to your favorite food. And look, they do have my favorite food on this card. It's a donut. Fun fact, tons and tons of people have wheat and dairy allergies, and they don't even know it.
Oh, yeah?
If I had to pick a favorite food, my favorite food is wheat. And if I developed an allergy to it that made me so I couldn't eat it anymore, the first thing that would happen is I would lose tons and tons and tons of weight because it keeps me heavy, the wheat. I know it does. Whenever I remove it from my diet, I lose weight. So yeah. I would actually love to develop an allergy to my favorite food because then I would stop eating it all the time and I would be more fit.
Yeah.
But if we look at it in the spirit of the game, go on.
Oh, I already forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay.
Okay.
In the spirit of the game, you develop an allergy. Okay. To your favorite food. I'm going to say that's probably going to be like a 35.5.
Oh, I would say like a 71. Because it can't be, going bald's not worse than developing an allergy to your favorite ever food, right? Is it? Come on.
Okay, I would rather go bald than develop an. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So where's bald at?
70.1. So I was putting this one at 71.
But I disagree with that. I'm sticking with 35.5.
Okay.
Fuck it.
29.1. You were definitely closer than I was.
I'm so thrilled. Like to thank Mom and Dad.
Like to thank my family. Like to thank my dog and my hair. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Dentist drills the wrong tooth. 59.3.
Heather.
Did that happen to you?
No, but Rebecca. Oh, shit, I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to.
Well, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna edit it.
Okay.
I don't edit the stereo ones.
I just want everybody to know that whatever name I just said, you didn't hear. You did not hear that name.
This is on you to tell the story now. You get that I can't edit it out on the stereo app, and I won't edit it out on the podcast.
I get it. It's totally fine. So there's somebody that I know who works at a dental office as a dental assistant. And so this patient assistant. So one of the patients, so they had lost a person, like scheduling wise, they like canceled. So they were able to fit in one of the other staff members' daughter into this slot. Okay. So the dentist was going over the x-rays. They like had this girl all numbed up, ready to go to drill. And the dentist was sitting there looking at the x-rays, and then he looks in her mouth, and then he looks at the x-rays, and he goes, And so this person that I know was helping, was assisting, right? And so he just sat there going, And he goes, well, we can't do your tooth today. And she goes, why? And he's like, well, the x-rays show the cavity the cavity. So the cavity in the x-ray was not marked in the same location as what was in the charts. And so they numbed this person's mouth as far as what was going on in the charts, right? So like, because I guess they have
Okay, looks like we lost Ryan there. Are you back? I lost you for a minute there. So
it's fine. Someone started calling me and I had to exit out of it. So what happens is the dental hygienist does the numbing and they leave, and then the dentist comes. And so they numb the person based on what's marked in the chart. And so then the dentist comes and he verifies what's in the chart and what's on the actual x-ray. And so he's sitting there like looking at it. So someone at some point marked it in the wrong spot. So they numbed like the tooth on the complete opposite side of the mouth.
Oh.
And so it was a good thing that he caught it, because he almost like drilled the wrong tooth. But yeah, I could imagine that being a shitty situation.
That would be really annoying, because you would have gotten drilled into a perfectly good tooth, and then your troublesome tooth would still you'd have to go back again for another drilling.
For free, I would hope.
I would imagine so. Okay, catch smallpox.
Wait, 98.1. Okay, smallpox
98.1. Dentist drills the wrong tooth.
60.
59.3. Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
Third one, developed eczema, 84.1.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of high. I know a couple of people who have pretty bad eczema. It mainly just looks kind of icky sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't, and that's about it. So, I mean, I don't know. It would depend where you developed it, I guess. If it was like all over my whole face, that might be an 84.1. If it was like in my armpits or something, that wouldn't be as bad.
Well, that would kind of suck, though.
It might also kind of hurt to have super cracked, dry skin all the time. That would be no fun.
I used to work with a guy that had eczema that like actually affected his like the nails on his fingers. So he had some really like nasty looking nails.
Ugh. Are you sure it wasn't fungus? Nail fungus? That's usually...
it was. I noticed his nails one day, and I was like, and he was the kind of guy that I felt like I could like ask, without like being insensitive. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck happened to your nails? Because it looked like he had like smashed his nail and it grew back weird. And he goes,
oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot. I have eczema, okay? Fuck. And he got all mad at me, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I didn't even like I'd been working with this guy for years, and it was like the first time I ever noticed his funky looking nail.
And you shamed him. Unbelievable.
I did. I know.
But I have known people who have gotten like nails damaged, and then they grow back kind of wonky, and they just like, I knew one guy that we grew up with that had just like down the middle of his thumb, it was like a ripple that just went like branched out from both sides. It was like a divot down the middle of his thumb. And that's what, I forget what he said happened, but he injured his thumb. And that's how he injured the nail at the time. And that's how it just kept growing back forever after.
Yeah.
But anyway, so to review, we have catch smallpox, 98.1, develop eczema, 84.1.
Okay.
Dentist drills the wrong tooth, 59.3, 2-week migraine.
2-week migraine. Okay, that's going to suck. But it's
not going to be worse than any of these.
It's, you know what? I
don't think it's going to be worse than any of these. I think it's going to be 50.
Well, but wait, if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dentist drills the wrong tooth. You go through this operation once, and you're gonna have to go through it again. And they might get you back in the next day to get it fixed. So you're not gonna be dealing with that toothache for longer than 24 hours, maybe best case scenario. But a 2-week migraine is gonna suck worse than a sore tooth for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What's sore tooth at?
Say it again.
What's drilling the wrong tooth at?
59.3.
Okay, I'm gonna put the migraine. I'm gonna lowball it a little bit here, but I'm gonna say 55, but I think it's higher.
51.5.
Well,
that round goes to me.
What did you say?
I said 50.
Whatever.
Well,
Jerk.
I'm not even keeping overall score, are you?
I have not been.
So, not really the point. We're not playing to win. We're playing for fun. Ready?
We're playing for conversation.
We're playing for nobody but ourselves. That's right. So,
oh, yeah.
Vending machine eats your money. 2.1.
Wait, let me get... Oh, damn.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
okay.
2.1. Okay.
Paper cut.
That's a 5.
0.1.
Oh, okay.
I think a paper cut's worse than the vending machine eating my money, but...
Depends on how much money. If it's $1, yeah, paper cut me. No, wait. If it's $1, I'd rather... I would rather lose $1 than get a paper cut.
Same. But they don't have it ranked that way. I mean, how much do you really put? The most you're going to spend in a vending machine is like $2.50, right?
That's
true. Still think a paper cut's worse than losing that amount of money.
Yeah, because you got to, and paper cuts, depending where you get it, if it's like on your finger, the tip of your finger, that's lasting for days. And it's kind of an irritation. I would put that at like a 5, maybe even like a 6.5.
The paper cut is actually bleeding, and there's a split in the finger, and they have it at 0.1. Go figure.
Wow. Telling you these experts are amateurs, Heath.
They are. Well, I think it's easy to rank something when you haven't experienced it, like us right now. Well, we've experienced a paper cut. We've experienced a vending machine eating our money. So I guess we can speak to that. What have I not experienced? Being bitten by a bat, which is at 57.5 on this misery index.
I have been chased by a bat.
Are you sure it was chasing you, or is it just trying to get out of where it was and you were in the way?
It was probably trying to get out of where it was, but it felt like it was chasing me. It was on the 3rd floor of the boys' dorm wing. And it was back like when they had that TV room all the way at the end of the hall. Do you remember what we're talking about?
Yeah.
And I came into this hallway and happened to notice that there was a bat up in the corner. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I kept walking and wouldn't take my eyes off it just in case it decided to chase me. And this thing drops from its perch and starts flying. And I go running down the hallway screaming like a little girl. And I got myself into that TV room and shut it. And it like hit the window behind me. It was after me, Heather.
Okay.
After me.
Well, at any rate, that's 57.5. Vending machine eats your money. Vending machine eats your money, 2.1. Paper cut, 0.1.
Okay, that's a lie.
So we have to fit in. Find maggots mixed in with your fried rice. Story time.
Che.
Here's what happened. We all sat down to eat lunch in the cafeteria, and it was like some sort of, I think it was beef stroganoff and rice. No, it was like something beef and rice. And I usually really like rice, and I usually eat rice with that meal. For whatever reason, maybe my subconscious or like my pervasive awareness of all things, just kidding, I did not feel like having rice this day. So I took like the vegetable and I took the beef, and I went and sat down and happened to very rudely just be staring at somebody's plate that was sitting next to me. Something caught my attention on their plate. And suddenly I see in their rice all these little things squiggling around. And she's about to take another bite, and I just stuck my hand on her hand, and I was like, I pointed at her plate, and she saw the maggots in the rice she had been eating. And she was like, oh my God. And I just picked up the plate and I ran into the kitchen, into the like cook's area with it. And I showed it to the guy working there. I said, there's maggots in this rice. And he was like, oh my God. And he ran back to the dining room, took all the rice out of there. And like, I don't know what you do in that circumstance. I was like, do I just let people eat maggots and say nothing, which is what I ended up doing? Because what's worse, or start everybody in the whole room puking at once because they just found out they're eating maggots. Like, what do you, I don't know.
Was this in LA or was this in Oregon?
Why does it matter?
Because this is going to determine my decision on what I would do if I was the cook.
It was in LA.
I would 100% be like, everybody stop eating! Don't take another bite of their food! If it was in Oregon, I'd be like, nah, it's a little protein.
Well, that's our inside joke that nobody else is going to get. But where would you rate this? Find maggots mixed in with your fried rice. I mean...
Okay, I feel like for me personally, I'm going to start vomiting. Even though in my head, I know it's probably not that bad. But I think mentally, so it's definitely going to be worse than a paper cut. That's going to be worse than $2 being eaten in a vending machine. The other one was rated at what? What was the other one?
Bitten by a bat, 57.5.
Okay, I almost would rather eat maggots in my rice than get bitten by a bat.
I think I agree with that. But it doesn't even say eat maggots. It just says find them. So if you just find them before you even eat it.
Maggots. Okay, so I'm going to say 42.3.
Okay, I'm putting it at 55. 62.1. They've got it at worse than being bitten by a bat.
Wow. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Ditto. I think if we were playing this game for real, we would lose so bad every time. We never seem to get it right. We never seem to get it right. All right. I think we have time for one more round.
Let's do
Shot in the leg.
That's
Care
like
to wager a guess?
That's
73. 80. 73,
okay,
pretty close.
That's close.
Gain 30 pounds, 30.1. I have gained 30 pounds in the last year, so I can agree to that. It's not horrible. It's not great.
I've gained about that much. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to lose me that 2020 weight.
The show.
Okay. Eat a bowl of worm spaghetti.
Like on purpose or on accident?
I mean, it's very clearly like, here's a bowl of worms and a spoon. Well, listen, there are cultures where people actually do eat worms. I mean, if it was like cooked up in a delicacy, it might not even taste that bad. It's again, it's the mental thing of it, though. Having a bowl of worms.
And mealworms are used in cooking.
What? No, they're not. What are you talking about? What cooking are they used in?
Heather, that's why they're called mealworms.
Yeah, you feed them to your pet turtle.
No, Heather.
Okay, you know what? Now we're going to Google mealworm. Mealworm.
People eat mealworms.
Mealworm. A mealworm. Wow, it's just sold right there with mealworms and shrimp. Gourmet style mealworms. Wow.
Heather, I told you.
Okay, mealworms are the larval form of the mealworm beetle.
They turn into a beetle?
Yes.
A mealworm beetle? Shut the front door. Google.
I mean, it doesn't really say. Here, let's check Wikipedia. Mealworms. Mealworms.
Mealworm beetle.
Relationship with humans. As pests, as feed, and pet food.
Heather, okay. I've seen this beetle before.
You have?
I didn't know this is what mealworms turn into. I didn't even know beetles started as worms.
Well, we're learning here. This just became an educational podcast. But I want to point out that this food, it's mainly used for food to feed pets, reptiles, fish, and birds. That's what I used to feed the turtle sometimes.
Tucker?
So, I forget what his name was. Guess what?
What?
One time, I wrote a book report about a Tucker mouse book in elementary school, and somebody crossed my cursive T and turned it into a fucker mouse book. They really drew that line in there so hard and thick. I do, to this day, do not know who did that. But
it was
the
actually
teacher,
somebody. Oh, that's funny.
But the teacher was like, Heather, do you have an explanation for this? I was like, I swear on my life, I did not do that. And they believed me. And I didn't do it. I, to this day, do not know who turned my book report into a fucker mouse book report.
Is that when we learned that cursive was in elementary school?
Yeah, wasn't it?
I get. Oh, no.
Maybe it was middle school.
No, for me, nope. It's true. I started learning cursive in elementary school for sure. Yeah, because I was in grade? Trying to do the conversions here. Grade. I was probably in 3rd grade when I started learning cursive.
I have no recollection of when exactly.
I remember turning in my cursive Q worksheet to my teacher, and she took one look at it and she's like, this is wrong, do it again. And I was like, oh. So I went and did it again, and I turned it in. She said, no, this is still wrong, do it again. I'm like, she's like, take a close look at the Q and do it again. So I'm sitting there looking so hard at this. It was a lowercase Q, right? I'm looking so hard at this Q. I'm like, okay. And I did something a little weirder with the loop. I could tell there was something in the loop I wasn't getting right. And so I tried doing something a little different. She said, no, it's still wrong. She said, look. And then she showed me. And like, you know how so I was making cursive G's the entire time.
Right.
Rather than a cursive Q. And I was like, and I was thinking about that later in life. Like, why didn't she just show me? Like, obviously, like I did a full worksheet. Like, she could have just shown me. Sure.
Keep going back. Okay, so let's review really quick.
Okay.
Shot in the leg, 73. Eat a bowl of warm spaghetti, 46.5. Gain 30 pounds, 30.1. We've got to fit in shit the bed.
Ooh. Shit the bed is going to be worse than, what was the lowest one again?
Gain 30 pounds. I don't think it's worse than that. I'm putting this low. Worse than that. I'm putting this at 25.
It depends though. Like, okay, are you married? Are you dating? Are you sleeping over at your significant other's place? Are you in a hotel? So I'm going to assume it's your own bed under your normal life circumstances.
The bed in the picture is a twin bed. That means you don't share the bed with anyone.
Okay. So if I shit the bed, I would just be mortified to myself. But I feel like that would be worse than, what was the least one again?
30.1, gain 30 pounds.
I'd almost rather gain 30 pounds than shit the bed.
I guess no, I wouldn't.
Actually,
I would rather shit the bed.
True. I'd rather shit the bed too. Okay. So 30.1. I'm going to put it at 27.35.
9.5. They shot even lower than we did.
Oh my God. Shit happens all the time. It's not that big a deal.
I know. Well, I mean, if it's like, okay. I'm going to get TMI here for a minute. Okay. A couple of years back, me and Mike both got a horrendous stomach flu.
Oh boy.
Okay. I thought I needed to pass gas. I was driving in the car. I thought, this is a great opportunity. It's just me. I don't have to stink up the place for anybody else. And I went to pass the gas. And I passed a whole lot more than the gas. And I was like, what is going on? I had no control of my bowel in that moment. And whatever this flu was, and then it happened to Mike a couple of days later too. He's going to kill me if he ever finds out I told this story on the podcast. But it was just this like fluke thing, but it was not that humiliating or whatever. It was like, whatever, we've been married for 10 years. We both had the same flu. The kids had it too. And it was just like a whatever thing. Like, I don't even really feel that humiliated talking about it right now.
Right.
But
well,
it was a flu. Like, we had a good excuse. It wasn't just randomly waking up and then like, oh God, I did that overnight. Like, it was not.
Yeah.
And okay, once I could recognize that it was more than just passing gas, I was quickly able to contain the situation. But like, I had to rush to the nearest bathroom as fast as I could to handle that particular situation.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, we're on the topic of TMI and shit in the bed. Boy, do I have a story for you.
All right. Tell that story and then we'll wrap it up.
I can't remember if Rebecca and I were dating at the time. I mean, this person that.
Okay, just stop right there. Stop right there. Who's the star of this story?
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Or the person you know? Hello?
So Rebecca and I think we were dating at the time. We were either dating or newlywed. I can't remember. But she was tickling me, and I'm sitting there laughing, and all of a sudden I was like, stop tickling me! Stop! And I had to get up and run to the bathroom because she tickled me so hard, and I was laughing so hard that I shit myself. And we were in bed at the time, right? So, like, fortunately, I didn't make a mess in the bed. It stayed contained to the boxers, but I had to go clean myself up, and she thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. She just laughed and laughed and laughed at me. And
oh my God.
It you know, like at first I was like really embarrassed, but the fact that she was like totally like, I guess she was fazed by it, but like fazed in like not a bad way. You know what I mean? Like, where it was like, it made it easier for me to be like, I guess it's not that big a deal. But yeah,
for sure. I was going to say, I have definitely laughed so hard that I had to rush to the bathroom to pee.
Yeah.
But never poo. Just the pee.
I did poop myself one time when I was a kid, and I was probably like, well, no, like I was like old enough to not shit myself.
Okay.
But, I was like, I had to have been like 9 or 10, and there was that tire swing, like by the park, the playground area. There was that tire swing that was there for a while. So like one sunny summer day, and we're sitting there playing on the tire swing, and like I jumped up onto it and like flexed my stomach and shit myself. And I had to get off of it, and I was like, had to tell my friends, like, yeah, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm gonna go home, guys. I'll see you later. And then I walk with my clenched butt cheeks like all the way across the playground back to the house. Like,
oh man, bodies can be so annoying. But I guess this leaves us with some good advice that we can leave any future listeners with, which is, hey, make sure you take care of all your business in the bathroom. That way, later, it's already done and it can't unexpectedly come out of you at a bad time. Right?
I feel like that's bad advice, because have you ever had the flu where you've had like raging diarrhea? Like,
of course.
It doesn't matter how many times you go to the bathroom to, quote, take care of it. More's coming out.
Okay. I was just trying to be comical. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right. How about this advice? Before you open your mailbox at your new house, listen very carefully for the sound of bees. And if you hear them, don't open the mailbox.
And then you call the mailman.
Call the person you like the least and ask them to come and check your mail while you pretend that you're on vacation.
All right. Perfect.
Until next time.
Trousers?
Yeah, that.